In our last video, we got everything working except networking. We attempted to port Maelstrom to SDL3 net, and that failed for two reasons. One, the API isn't done yet. And the second reason is we make use of the UDP channel feature, which was removed in SDL3. So this time, we're going to take another approach. We're going to actually take the SDL2 API and port that to SDL3. So the first thing that we'll do is we will get back the original networking code from Maelstrom. And we've already committed our changes to do a partial port to SDL3, so we have to undo that. Those were in two files. I think everything in NetLogic. No? Let me see where SDLnet is in our project. NetPlay and NetScore, that's right. Okay, so I'm going to switch both of these back to SDL2. Actually, I'm just going to undo changes to both of those files. So I'm doing git diff against main for NetLogic, NetPlay, and NetLogic, NetScore. Actually, NetScore is not in the NetLogic directory. Okay, so we'll throw that into a patch, and we'll revert that. So what do we have here? So then we'll go back over to the SDL netcode. And we're currently on the main branch. And we're going to check out the SDL2 branch. And then from here, we're going to create a new branch. So we'll call this git branch SDL2 on SDL3. And we won't actually ship this, but this will be useful for our porting purposes. We'll check that branch out. And let's go back to our project. So this is SDL2net. So the first thing we'll do is just set our SDL include. So we'll do SDL3, SDL.h, and just for fun, let's just see what happens if we do this. Okay, so this is SDL3 begin code. Whoop. And close code. Is SDL3, SDL close code. Now, let's see. We have a bunch of red here. Uint16 isn't a type. SDL version no longer exists, which is true. So let's just remove the SDL net version related stuff, because we know what version we're using. We don't have to look that up. Let's look for SDL net linked version. Just nuke that. Code. Super simple. And let's try again. Okay. So decal spec was renamed. So let's change that. This is renamed to SDL decal spec. And we have some other conveniently called out renames. So we've got swap BE16 renamed to swap 16BE, and we ran into that last time in our port there. So I'm just going to fix that really fast. What else do we have? Some deprecation warnings. We're not going to worry about those right now. Let's try this. So we have some warnings about random functions. SDL3 actually provides some random functions, so we don't need this. This fixed me. That's funny. There is now a portable reentrant random number generator with good randomness. It's in SDL. Random. So we're going to do SDL rand, and then that takes the range that we want. So it's be just that. Okay. And then, of course, we can't link with SDL2.lib, so we're going to change that. In the linker input files, I'm going to change SDL to SDL3. And again, we're going to do that for all platforms and all targets. SDL3. Switch over to Win-x64, do it there. And I'm doing this one at a time, depending on what you have in your variable list. You could potentially set it to all configurations and all platforms, but since I don't know offhand what it is, what's being used, actually, looks like the same list is being used for all of them, so I could have done that, but anyway. So let me build. Voila, that was easy. So let me grab that. Yeah, it's in here in the Win32 directory. Grab SDL2net.dll. I didn't change the name of the DLL because it's the SDL2 API. Go back over to Maelstrom. I'm going to go ahead and delete SDL3net and drop in SDL2net. I also need to take SDLnet.lib, the SDL2 version, grab that, and take that over to our Maelstrom external directory. Drop that here. I'm going to go ahead and delete the SDL3net stuff. Grab the DLL and .lib and throw that there. And then I'm going to go back to the include directory and delete the SDL3net directory and go back to SDLnet project here, find the header, SDLnet.h. Do we have an include directory? We do. And throw that here. So then I will go to Maelstrom and do a git status on the Visual C external directory. And it's, hey, you've changed some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and git add Visual C external. Do git status again. Yep, so it's marked the files for deletion and added the new files. And then, in theory, this will just build and work. We probably have to add the STL3 headers, but let's find out. Okay, so couldn't open STL-Indian.h. Okay, so we're going to go back here and add our STL3 headers like we had before. And then a couple of places where we do the swaps. Change the name of the function. And then that almost worked, but we need to change our linker because we're linking to STL3net.lib, which doesn't exist anymore. So we'll go here, linker input STL3net. Wonder if we have the same thing here where I can just set all configurations. It looks like I can. Pardon the coughing. I've just been talking for a bit. All right, STL2net.lib. All right. That appears to have worked. And I'm going to try playing a game and see what happens. It works. Nice. Yay! All right. Oh, I'm hitting backspace and it's not working. We'll have to look at that.
All right.
So we've successfully built STL2 API on top of STL3, STL2 networking API on top of STL3, and we have a working Maelstrom game. So let's go ahead and take a look at why backspace didn't work on the high score screen. So let's see, where is that code? Net score might be a net score. Let's take a look. Let's try scores. Nope, this was the score server code. Scores.cpp. Load scores, save scores. No, but we call save scores. Let's find where we do that. Here we go. So this is the game over code. Then once we finish the game over sound, we check to see if they got a high score, and then do a kind of a modal polling event here where we're looking for keyboard input. And if we get a delete key, then we back over the characters in the handle. So let's just set a breakpoint here and see if we hit that. I feel like I'm going to get a high score. Let's see. Yep. So what I'm noticing here is I'm hitting a character, and it's not always giving me the text that I expect. So maybe the problem is when we wait event. Let's see. So we do wait event and then screen update. But I just hit backspace and it didn't work. Oh, well, because it's the delete key that it's checking for, not backspace. Let's also handle backspace. So we're finding some more bugs as we go here. Okay, backspace. And characters in handle, minus minus. It seemed like it did the right thing. It didn't display the right thing though. Let's try one more time. So we're backing over characters in handle. And that seems reasonable. Aha! So this is a pre-existing bug where we backed over characters in handle, but we didn't null terminate the handle. That was done here. So we probably want to do that here as well. Okay. So let's run that. So I'm deleting, but the screen isn't updating. And you can see why. In the code here, screen update isn't being called. So we need to do that. And then we draw the whole handle at once. Interesting. So we probably just needed to do this whole block. And I'm going to move this out. So anytime we come through here, after we wait an event, we draw and update the screen. And that might fix the other bug where I was entering some text and then it didn't update the screen properly. So let's try that. I'm going to get you this time. Oh no! Alright, I still got a high score. Hey, look at that. Oh, I am not deleting the old text. Interesting. All right, well, let's stop here and see why that is. So we fill the rectangle. Oh, well, we need to do that too. We need to clear the old rectangle before we draw the new handle. Let's try that. Now, this game was originally designed to be extremely optimized in terms of updating the screen because the original version ran on a 3D FX card and wrote directly to video memory. And of course, the original version on the Mac also wrote directly to video memory. But, you know, it used 68K assembly instead of C. All right, so here we go. Hey, all right. Let's see if my name is Sam. Yep, there we go. All right, so not only did we get networking working with STL3, we have a fully functional game, and we fixed a bug in the original port. So I think that is a success. Now I think I'm gonna turn off windowed mode and just play for a bit. And you guys can see how terrible I actually am at this game. Let me go back to debug, remove windowed, and boom, let's do it.